So welcome to the PRINCE2 pre-course videos, and this video is managing a stage boundary process. So as we can see on here, managing a stage boundary is, as it says, in conjunction with a stage boundary. So we're going to have at least one stage boundary in a project between the two minimum number of stages. However, there may be more. Now this process is purely about preparing information for the project board to make decisions at the end of the stage, at their end stage assessment. Be careful not to think about this as where the decision is made. This is purely about the project manager gathering information for the decision making. And we can see that it can occur in a number of cases if there are more than two stages in a project. We'll also see there's a special circumstance where we may need an exception plan. So what needs to happen? Well, as we work our way through the stage, and you as a project manager will be in controlling a stage, at some point you will need to then start thinking about what's going to happen next. This will mean that we'll have to then consider how we're going to carry out the next stage, and so therefore you're going to need to build a next stage plan. We'll carry out the normal planning procedure for that, and we'll end up with a plan which we can then present to the project board as to what we want to achieve in the next stage. Along with this, we'll also need to consider what's happened during this current stage. So we've been carrying out work, and we'll need to be able to update our project plan as to what we've achieved, how much, how long. This may trigger risks and issues. As a result of updating our project plan, we may also need to update our business case. So at this point in the project, it's perfectly possible that our time and cost may have changed as we've learned more about developing the products. Additionally, our risks may have changed. But more importantly, have our benefits changed? So over a period of time, maybe a number of months, perhaps circumstances have changed within the organization, and so therefore, is the project still viable? So not only have we written a next stage plan, we've updated our project plan, but we're now updating, if necessary, our business case. Once this has all been done, we will need to then produce a report for the project board. Clearly, we could give them all the information, but much better that it's put into a report. And this report then, the end stage report, constructed by you, the project manager, will be then sent forward with the next stage plan to the project board in directing a project for them to make a decision as to whether they want to continue the project, and if they do, then they sign off that next stage plan. So that's the normal circumstances as we approach the end of a stage. There's a special circumstance, an exception, where if an exception has occurred and you have reported it to the project board, they will then be looking perhaps for an exception plan to show how we're going to deal with the problem. So based on our exception report, they may request an exception plan. We're going to use a little bit of managing a stage boundary to build that exception plan. Similarly, as we had with the normal circumstances, we may be looking to update our project plan, to update our business case, if necessary, and then go forward to the project board to get authority to run that exception plan. So these are the circumstances where we're going to be using managing a stage boundary. You can use this as a revision for your exam during your course. Thank you very much.